Diecast Norbs is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some shit. Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Hello everyone out there in Cyberland. It is time for Diecast Norbs Galactic Hooligan, and I appreciate all of my hooligans for joining me again today. Today is actually going to be a special Earth Day episode. I didn't get everybody on Earth Day, but I'm actually definitely doing something for Earth Week, and today I'm actually going to be doing the importance of this recycling. And what better way to talk about recycling than by talking about Optimus Prime here. You know, we actually have a great figure in Optimus Prime in Earthrise, but you know, we haven't really traveled back over to like what actually started off everything in the newness of Transformers, and I think it actually all started off with like our classics Optimus Prime here and everything. And I've actually had this guy over in my Prime Shrine for quite a while. Yes, I am actually building a Prime Shrine. It is quite dusty right now, so I'm not going to be showing that off or anything like that. But let me tell you, I love this figure still to this day. It's actually pretty much like one of the prime examples of what an Optimus Prime should actually be. But what if we bastardize this just a little bit with upgrades? And so, my friends, today is actually a day for doing another one of my, I love doing these so much, and I'm glad that you guys actually join me for every single one of them. So, if you would allow me once again to transform into Dr. Demon, Evil DDS, Notary Public, and Botch Scientist Enthusiast, I'd like for you to join me once again for another episode of It's Alive! It's alive! Mighty Autobot leader, Optimus Prime. He is amazing. Nothing can actually be said that would actually wrong this mold. I love it to death and everything, and he is just still amazing even after all these years. Those bold lines, like the way the plastic was actually made super robustly and everything. And when you actually bring in the E3 trailer from FANSPROJECT, man, this is actually pretty still impressive and everything, especially with the fact that you actually get this gigantic trailer here. It's almost too good. I kind of wish that we could actually come back to something like this for Earthrise Prime altogether, Now, this is the way a trailer should actually be made, but I don't know, like, does he actually look like he could actually use like a little bit more oomph or anything? Does he actually need like a little bit of roid rage? I don't know, but you know who did? FANSPROJECT did. And then they actually gave us this Parallax set right over here. This is really, really cool. I love this. And this is actually kind of like for the people who didn't get a chance to like get the Striker version of this toy. You actually have a lot here that will actually beef up your Optimus Prime and everything, and it just looks really spectacular. I'm loving this. I got this from Big Bad Toy Store for like about $14 and everything, and I think it may be worth it. In there, you actually get like all of these like pieces over here. Just let me open the box for you guys, and there we go. Opening this up to reveal all of the goodness over here that will actually transform your Optimus Prime into something more than meets the eye. That's never been used before, you know, but like, there you go. You actually get a booklet right over here. You actually get like these two trays that's actually filled with like all sorts of goodness, and you know how much I actually love these trays, my Transformers hooligans. So I'm just opening this up. I already like pre-opened this just to like actually get a sensibility of what's actually in here. I can't wait to install all of these. Foreshadowing events, there goes his head, you know? And so far, this looks great. Oh, gotta put his crotch right back over here, you know? But that being said, with all of this, we're actually going to have to supersize our medical bay here. So, with a little bit of low-scale movie magic here, I have transformed Optimus's trailer into the medical bay that it should be, you know? Minus these gimpy arms here and everything. I kind of wish there was a way to extend those arms all together. But, that being said, low-scale movie magic, that's where it's at. Watch out, Guillermo del Toro. Watch out. Here I come, you know? And since we're actually going to be doing a little bit of botch surgery and everything, I'm actually bringing in my medical team from Cybertron ER. And so here goes Ratchet with his God complex problems. He actually comes up to you and says, tell God he's got a complex about me. You know? Like, this guy's always like the guy who's actually first into surgery. We actually have his amazing medical assistant here. There goes Lifeline. We're actually giving a little bit of a wheeljack over here for the mad sciences, you know, all ready to work. We're actually going to give Red Alert here because in the Siege series, for some reason, he's a doctor. And let's see, let's bring in Swerve here. He's not medical, but he's going to be serving drinks and everything while this is actually all happening. So yeah, I'm actually all ready and set to go and everything, you know? And since Ratchet's actually just come back from golf, we're all set. So, we're going to take Optimus Prime, and we're going to transform him. And with a little bit of movie magic, we actually have Optimus Prime all here in his classics mode. And, Scorsese, just hire me already. Just hire me, you know what I mean? I got the movie magic thing going, man. I got it going. But, let me tell you something. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this figure at all or anything like that. I still think he's actually very cool there. He's actually still a great figure. Really still really robust and everything, you know? I am just going to put him under some anesthetic and get him ready to go under and everything. So here we go. And as far as the weapons that actually came with him, like his wind vane that actually turned into his like giant gun, and his smokestacks that actually became like a double barrel gun and everything, you could actually put them away or give them to someone else, because you might not need this here anymore or anything after we've actually gone through like a little bit more surgery on this guy. I think we're actually going to be all happy with what we get. Right now, we're actually going to be going directly through all of this here and everything, you know, because I'm actually dying to see exactly what we actually come up with, you know, while we're going through everything live here and everything. There's like enough here to show exactly what he's actually going to look like right after. And yeah, this is actually going to be very cool. You've actually got like his instructions and how to put everything onto him and everything. And then we've actually got transformation instructions here. So that's actually very cool. And also, I think this is a like super careful attention on this or he's gonna break, you know, like this is what this is actually translating to for me. And also, I think they actually put like a couple of other extra parts on here that the original didn't actually have. Like I'm actually noticing that like there were like a lot of complaints from what I've actually heard on the interwebs and everything about like the about the hands actually not going into the truck and just like making like an efficient canister. And it looks like they actually solved all of those issues here. Plus, they also, I think they actually have like a way of like just getting this piece right over here to like actually move more onto the inside, so it actually covers up this area here and everything, because like the first edition actually had this huge gash that was actually just like right around here, and that gap altogether kind of like made it like a little bit more unseemly and everything. So I'm glad that they have actually gotten this second edition to it and everything. That was probably the edition that I was actually looking for more than anything else. So we're actually going to like change this guy around to becoming a lot more beefier and stockier and everything. And just to show a before and after, we're going to bring in Doc Ratchet over here, you know? So he's actually going to be on one side. And just let me bring in FANSPROJECT Cobra here, just so I can actually show you the size differences. Just so you know what the size differences are here and everything while we're actually building this guy up. So this will actually be kind of like my before, and then after will actually be, once I'm actually done here and everything, we can actually go through like a size mashup with these guys. So I'm actually going to just really enjoy like putting this thing together. And from what I actually heard, there's going to be just like a little bit of unscrewing here. So I'm just going to get my screw. But the first thing we're actually going to do is we're going to be replacing the shoulders over here and everything. And here we go. Okay, just wanted to make sure that I'm actually starting off on the right foot instead of the wrong one. So just let me... And so far, very interesting. I'm actually... The first part of surgery is actually done. Okay, it took me a moment of gritting my teeth and hoping for the best with this part. But what this one's actually going to need, just let me put him back here before I kill him, is just separating all of this just a bit. And we're just going to put these two pieces down here for like a moment. And then we're just going to lift this up right from there. And we're actually going to install this right on prime here. Now, I guess I'm learning how to transform him at the same time too. So let's just move these out here and this over here. And that will actually give you your new head reveal. Oh man, look at how beautiful that is. And with that being done, now we're going to be adding in these smokestacks right over here. I'm just trying to figure out exactly which way they were actually supposed to go for adding them into prime here. There we go. And that actually makes a connection. And it's very cool so far. I love this. Kind of like takes me back. Alright, so a couple of pegs. I think these will actually go underneath, and this goes on top here. There we are, and there goes your connection, and man, this is looking good. Alright, yours. This actually couldn't be easier, I think. Yep, snaps right in on top of the old doors. And with this one, you're still going to have the same problem of the doors actually just kind of like jutting out on the sides and everything. But let's see, because like I think this actually makes a major difference with the upgrade that's actually being made here now. So there we go so far. Loving this. Now the fist. The fists are actually as easy as can actually be. It's just this peg that goes right in here, and I think you actually make the connection. Now, the way the old system used to work is that you used to be able to just take these hands and just slide them over the new ones. Now with this system, it actually comes with like a much more applicable hand here and everything. So we're actually just going to take this and peg that over here. And since we've actually lost the other hands now, we can easily, I think, come over here. I think that will go over this way. There we go. And now, yep, there, that's all she wrote. Those are going to be his new hands. Legs, and he'll actually have a heel spur, and there we go. Oh, this is actually going to be very cool. And for that, I think we're just extending his legs over here, and we're actually going to move this right in here. Just let me get everything all fixed and hope to the gods that he doesn't break. There we are. All fixed in there. It's actually really, really snug. And now, one more last detail that may be needed. And now, after all that's been done, it's alive! It's alive! I will absolutely have to say that Swerve here, getting us all drunk and everything like that on our grandeur and our godlike abilities, has actually paid off. Thanks a lot, Swerve. But look at this guy. Man, oh man, every single detail. I'm gonna just close up on this guy. And like I said, the only thing that was actually missing, I actually had to put like a couple of Autobot symbols onto him and everything. But like, look at this. This is grandstanding at its best. I really love it, except for these little toes here and everything. But I love this. First off, just let me give you just like a look without these like little guns here and everything, because and excuse me for that whole thing with the thumb here and everything, but that was actually me. But look at this guy. He actually kind of like completes, kind of like still keeps like all the articulation that he actually had before. He actually has like a 360 right on his neck and everything like that, a slight down, a little, not really much of an up or anything like that, but he can actually look down on you, as he should, He actually has like a 360 right over here and everything, uninhibited. He actually has like rotation by his bicep. He actually has like rotation right over here and everything. He actually has 90 degrees still. He actually has like an opening and closing fist over here and everything, one articulated thumb. He actually has this over here. He actually has like rotation by his wrist over here. So that's nice. He does actually have he actually does have waist rotation over here. Like if you actually decided to bring this down or, you know, whatever he actually may be and everything like that, he actually does have like a little bit of waist rotation. And I actually got a chance to check out a review by Vangelis, and he actually fills up this empty cavity with like a little bit of the wheels here and everything like that, giving it a little bit more volume. I actually kind of like it this way. I'm not really like crossed that it doesn't really have like a whole lot of rotation over there or anything like that, but you actually still have rotation by the hips and rotation by the upper torso here, so that's nice. He actually has like a kick out. He actually kind of like still has that bend right over here, because he actually has like this now. He actually has like rotation right over here by his toe, and also you can actually use this upper part right over here, that upper portion right over there. So he's really excellent. And as I told you before, he actually gains a lot of height. Optimus actually gains a lot of height with this kit and everything like that. He actually does gain like a little bit of mass. So one of the things that I actually love about this set is the backwards compatibility here and everything. And he is actually able to work along with FANSPROJECT's trailer here, the E3 trailer, and that's actually really cool. Hold on a second, just let me bring this out over here, and just let's get this through like a slight let's get this through a transformation. I'm still learning this transformation, everybody. Oh, by the way, this is actually like a nice option also. You can actually bring these smokestacks down, and that actually forms like a little bit of like a laser missile barrage and everything like that, so that's actually great. But let me just remove a couple of things here and there and everything. First off, we're actually going to remove these two things. So there's going to be a little bit of parts forming in this transformation, and we'll just bring these down like this, and also we'll bring it down like this and right over here, and that'll actually get it ready for its new transformation into the truck mode. Now, don't mind me, I'm still getting used to this transformation and everything, you know, because it does change like a little bit from what he actually was as Classic Prime to now. So I'm going to start off by putting in the handle of the gun, and then just rotating this right around here. And there is like a little bit of parts forming here and everything like that. So there we go. And then we're actually going to put this in here, and then we're going to rotate this, and we're going to bring this in. And there we go. That's a part of the cab of the truck, and also a part of the window of the truck also. So it'll all fill in. So we're going to put in the handle, rotate this backwards, rotate this around. Then we're going to bring this down like this and rotate this part around, and then put in this pistol part. And there we go. And once we're actually done with that, you can combine this, and this will actually form his new weather vane, which is actually very cool. I love the way that actually works. It actually takes some time getting used to and everything, and there's like a little bit of maneuvering that's actually needed there, but very cool. I really love that so far. And now we're moving on to Prime. So we're going to turn the head around 180, bring his head down a little bit, and we're actually going to start off the transformation here by bringing up his guns, and then bringing these two pieces up, and then these two pieces right over here, we're actually going to bring that on the inside and close it off. Now, mind you, I'm still getting used to this transformation, so bear with me. Now, I'm just going to preemptively start off with the thumbs over here and bring them on the inside, and then bring his fingers on the inside as well. just so I can actually get everything well acclimated. Now, we're going to twist this around, bring this down, and then bring this around here. And let's get these doors, up and around. Oh, here we go. And open that, and bring this up, and then bring this around. There we go. And this will actually follow like a couple of like key elements that Optimus actually had when he was actually in his classic mode. But we're actually just making sure that we actually keep a couple of the elements well in tow, but also making sure that we actually kind of like follow along with the new transformation. Let's see if I can actually get this right. If we can, I will actually be stoked. And this will actually be the first time that I'm actually doing this while I'm actually kind of like semi-plastered. I'm not even going to lie to you about that or anything. It's Earth Day, you know what I mean? Do what you actually want to do and everything. I'm actually doing it because I'm actually trying to preserve Earth, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so let me bring this over here, and then I'm going to open these up and bring out his, let's see, we're going to bring these out over here. We're going to follow the same fashion with his doors. There we go. I think I'm actually getting it. Then we'll twist his whole entire torso around. So I think we've actually gotten that portion down. And then bring this around. And let's see here. Now this is actually going to be like where the covering actually follows. Now, if we remember that covering that I was actually telling you about, that actually covers that one spot that's actually supposed to be like pretty hollow in this mode, this is what this is actually all about. And I'll show you that in just a second. Just let me try to slip this by here. Let's see if I can actually bring it down and around. What you'll actually find is, like with my copy of this piece will actually kind of like fall off during the whole entire transformation. And I'm okay with that, you know? I should actually learn that I can actually transform this without that whole entire assembly, you know? But you can't, this is actually where it's gonna go. And then with this actually fills in this whole gap. So it actually fills in the gap of like where the classics mold actually comes in. And I really love that so much. Okay, so I think I figured it out. So you have to pull this all the way back over here. Then you bring this all the way, let's see, back here. You bring this arm down, and then you bring this back. And I think this goes like here. And this actually allows this piece, and I'm glad I put the Autobot symbol up here and everything, or else I don't think I would actually be able to follow it as cohesively. But let's bring this down here, bring this back. This will actually be where this piece comes down here, and then we're going to bring this forward. It's not easy, my friends. It's not easy at all, but like once you actually have it, I think I would have actually had it without breaking this up. Let's see if I can get this juncture. There we go. I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Then bring this engine up and snap it in. Then bring this all the way down. And then remember, we're actually covering this side right over here. And then we're plugging this right in here. There we go. So there we go so far with the like an almost cohesive truck. Now, the only thing that matters is getting the right foot configuration. So of course, you know you're actually going to be putting the feet in here, and then you're actually rotating these heels all the way around, and then you want to bring the knees, you want to connect everything down here as it was back in the older transformation. Then bring these in, bring these over here, then rotate these wheels right into their wells, and then almost got it without breaking it up. But here we go. Now I just want to, I thought it was actually a champion with this, but like, there we go. It actually kind of like broke itself up as I was transforming it. I might just glue this thing together or something. I think this is actually something I wanted to avoid with this, but there we go. And last but not least, there, we're going to bring this in. And last but not least is the weather vane contraption here. So all we want to do is, and once we've actually kind of like worked it in, there goes a very, very cool truck mode. And the last thing that we actually want to do is take these smokestacks and put them over here. There we are. And put the other smokestacks over here. And then we have actually got a next generation Optimus Prime that is so freaking cool. And I am actually really loving this truck mode. Man, this is actually very cool. I'm actually really enjoying this a lot. I love the silhouette of this whole entire thing. Just very, very cool stuff going over here. I'm loving the smokestacks on the back. I'm actually loving this full flatbed right over here in the back and everything like that, you know? And I love the fact that they actually left enough room right over here for the trailer to attach right over here. I love this set so much. It's actually very, very cool. I'm actually getting a chance to like really play around with it right now and everything. And just amazing, amazing stuff right here. It's actually very cool. Though my only complaint right now is that I kind of wish there was a way for it to reach up like right around here and everything, because for me, for comfortability, for a truck mode and everything to easily react with the trailer, that would have actually been cool. But like, I think this is actually cool also. I think the only thing that's actually might be missing might be like maybe a couple of cables that are actually kind of like attaching right from the back over here to over here. You know, I'm just really loving this set so much. And if you want one more before and after into how he actually compares to his older style truck, here we actually have him with City Commander. And this is the older G1 these older classics version of Ultra Magnus here. And look at this. This is actually really bananas into like how great that actually looks together, you know? Just really, really cool. I'm loving this Optimus motif so much. I kind of wish that I actually got a chance to get the Ultra Magnus version of this, because, you know, like, no doubt whatsoever, this one clearly blows City Commander out of the water and everything as far as like what he actually has available to him. And just this alone, you know, he actually just is just like a great figure. I'm super loving this all together. I just want to give you a quick look at everything here. And this is what I was actually talking about the covers that were actually just kind of like there, you know, like this actually left like a huge gash, like like a huge gap, like right over here and everything. Like, it actually went along really well with the silver that's actually on the outside, but I love this so much better. And one more comparison, I'm just going to give you a quick comparison between Ultra Magnus, Classic Ultra Magnus, which is what the original Optimus Prime mold would have actually. And here we go, my last comparison is actually going to be the new Parallax armor with what was the City Commander armor for Ultra Magnus. And I am actually really glad I waited to get something for Prime. Now, you do notice over here, I actually did flip down the knee covers on Optimus Prime here, and I think that actually makes him kind of look a little bit better than he actually did before. But it's kind of like really great to see what these two guys actually look like together and everything. There we go there. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm actually going to give you final thoughts. I really love this Prime. A completely successful surgery. And I'm really glad that you actually joined me here. I know that I actually had to stop for like a moment and everything like that. You guys weren't here for behind the scenes or anything, but always celebrate family who actually comes in from out of country. It was awesome seeing that. I was seeing my uncle and everything, and I'm actually really happy I was able to see him and everything, and then get back over to reviews. So don't mind me. These sunglasses are actually kind of like hiding plastered eyes and everything like that. And I am actually really thankful that sunglasses were actually an invention. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now for the Parallax, here it goes, for the Parallax TFX-06. Surgery was a success. And I am actually loving that. Hold on. Yes, he is alive. And he is actually well, and I am actually loving everything that this guy actually does. Remember one thing, sometimes that there are a lot of great upgrades that are actually out there that can actually spruce up your older figures and everything. And do I want to call that recycling and everything, especially since it's actually Earth Day week? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm actually going to be doing that, because this guy actually far exceeded everything that I actually thought he was actually going to. And I'm going to tell you one thing, no matter where you go with your upgrades, not one of them are actually wrong whatsoever. But I appreciate you joining me for another It's Alive. And again, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. Also, every one of you out there, be kind to each other and be kind to yourselves, because kindness is actually in short demand, in short supply, excuse me. And I would really love it if you actually decided to like make kindness flow out there and everything. Make it flow 10,000-fold and everything, and that would actually make me happy, because the Galactic Hooligan always says that being kind is the best thing that you can actually do. Take care of everyone out there, including yourselves, and I will definitely talk to you soon.